Good day all. So because the bugs have become a bit of I'm still massively short on red chips, but that's not going to solve itself anytime soon. Because the bugs have become a bit more of a problem, I've put down some proper defences. So it is a square with guns and a big power pole so they can speak to the nearby one. So the bugs will either attack the wall and die or try and run through the middle and both sets will kill them. So plenty of, yeah. So effectively, there's going to be there's 20 in there. No, there's not, there's 18, and they're going to be under fire from at least 2, possibly 3 of the squares. So lots and lots of firepower. And this, so they can speak to each other. So we just make sure that the power poles line up. And we can pop them down. And these will be very solid defences. So as they start to get filled in by my construction bots. Are they dead construction bots? Yeah, they must be. So once they get filled in by my construction bots, they'll start clearing some space for me and getting rid of the bugs who dare to live near my bases. Absolutely squillions of those. Absolutely squillions of those. No trouble there. And the second big thing of power is coming along quite well. So hopefully soon during the day we won't need to burn any coal. At least during the day we're doing as much from solar as we are from coal. So I would roughly guess that's a quarter of my power, assuming it's a equal day-night cycle. So whilst they're building themselves, I am going to see what I can do about my red chip shortage. So I can get rid of all of these now. So I can extend this one a little bit. And I think this is my first one. Yeah, so I can't really go backwards to make any more. Oh, I can, but there's nowhere backwards to make any more. What do you need to do? Plastic, green, and copper wire. So actually, if there's any room anywhere, I can possibly slot one in. As long as it's before my plastic. Make sure, oh no, there's some here. And I can get another one in there. Woohoo. But we can still see if there's room where my plastics are, and we can put one there. Should have green chips before plastic. I was watching a tutorial today and someone was saying that electric furnaces before nuclear power actually does more pollution, not less. They're still faster though, but yeah, I was unaware of that. See, part of me wants to switch off this blue science here, because it's not really doing anything. It's just backing up a load of blue science, but then I'm going to need to turn it back on. So my purples will be stop, start, stop, start. So there is an argument in favour of not putting everything as early in the belt as you can. But really, I think it's just the extra belt research that's thrown me. So that one that was like 20,000, yeah, 20,000 blues. So I've wasted quite a lot of blue science on that. Just going to check how many walls I've got. I'm not, no. There's nowhere near them. I'm going to be running out of those. I think I am, however, going to set a second gun factory just in case. So my laser lights up whatever's closest, triggers an attack, the rest of them run onto my guns. But because that's not been placed yet, then most of my turrets aren't actually getting any bullets. But some are. And that's enough. I'm just going to go and check if I actually have a medium electrical. I definitely have a medium electrical pole factory, but make sure it's actually producing some. Yep, and it's completely full. So it is just one of my construction bots being silly and missing that forever. So my bots do have a massive impact on the amount of power I need when I'm doing big construction things like this. So really, I should wait until it's daytime and I have all of my excess solar power as well. Nope, I've got enough of that to start the Kovax enrichment process. I don't research the Kovax enrichment process yet, but we'll get there. So I think I tried to build 3 that time, which is clearly too many. So I'm short on cleaners. Because I need plastic and... So you don't have enough petroleum gas. Well, I've got plenty of oil. So petroleum gas just needs oil. I could try one of the fancier ways of making it, but we'll skip that for now. It's just these ones down here that are under attack, or have been attacked. So I need some more petroleum gas if I want some more. Let's copy all of you. So your oil is coming at the bottom, your petroleum gas is coming out at the top. Alright, that should sort that. So the oil will flow into there, the gas will then go in there and come back on itself. So you can see the laser just about has range to cover this entire base, and the guns, well, the guns do just about as well. So once one's built, it will defend where the other one needs to be. But it is going to be spitters, so it's the big worms and the small worms who shoot their range. Range 25. Range 38. Is that range the same as... Why do they have a longer range than my guns? I'm sure their range should be slightly lower than my unmodified guns. Oh well, the laser's powered up now, so that will kill them all eventually. A lot of blue science. Oh, my purple science is starting up again. So that's now maxed out, so my productivity modules go into my blue science. Purple science has finally picked up. I think sometimes the bugs do get stuck behind trees and can't figure out how to bite their way out. Certainly looks that way. Got another 56 solar plants, which is quite nice. So I will try and get them to line up properly. Your bots are more than a little bit suicidal and will make no effort to save themselves. So they will just keep flying over things like that. So I think it is time to deal with that one now. So a laser will bag those biggest ones first. But if anything else tries to attack, the other bases will get involved. Except for the splitters, obviously, which outrange them. But it's just a waiting game now. That's a bit annoying. Oh, well, that one's definitely not going to get built. So I need a lot of flying robot frames. Am I building those at the moment? I bet I'm not. Because they need electric engines which need lubricant. So I am going to have to start making some of the more advanced oil products. Oh, you don't have power? So I need water and crude oil, which makes it's a lot more efficient, but water's far away. So I'm going to go and see what do we have near some water. Where's my water? My water's here. So I've got some oil there. And there. I think I'm just going to start barreling water. Which is entirely insane, but sometimes we do silly things. So this will now request barrels. Nope, because that's the wrong one. I want to fill water barrels. So that will request empty barrels. This will fill it, they will go into there, and then I can start messing about with more advanced fluids. Which I suppose I'm going to have to do here, aren't I? And we will also start using substations. So a substation covers a massive area, but something has to bring power to it quite closely. Oh, or maybe it doesn't. Apparently I was lying about that before. Then this one empties water barrels. And we'll copy that. No, we won't, because that's missing the middle. And we'll copy that. Lop it down. I am 100% sure this is not going to be enough water, but so this will request the full water barrels from up at the top, empty the water into here, and then all of these can use that. And I think I'm going to make a water reservoir just in case. So if for whatever reason these are full, this won't stop requesting water until it's filled these. So I suspect that's going to be my bottleneck by a big margin. So it's lubricant I want to make, isn't it? Yeah. So that's... Oh, well, I need to store all of this first anyway. Get rid of those for now. So this first one will be my natural gas, and then I'll have a light oil and a heavy oil further down. And now I think I can copy all of that. I can. We've got loads of oil, loads of a little bit of water, and then once this network all gets built, they'll start dumping into these tanks, and then I can start working out what I want to do with them. And I think I'm going to have to start building a defense line down here as well. So I've got either side of my belt defended, and I won't have people trying to sneak in front of it like they are doing here. I was going to say I'm going to wait for it to be day before I start that, but the sun is rising, so let's clear a big load of trees so I've got room for my defense line. And whilst I'm here, I'm going to add a load more solar as well. So the bugs can't get too angry and destroying all of their trees. So this has stopped because it doesn't have room to dump any any empty barrels. So I've created some more of those. 50 waters in one of those, and this needs 50 water. So in theory, this can do 5 a second. Was that? Yes, this can do 5 a second, and these take 5 seconds. So I could have 25 of these and it would just need 1 barrel in factory. So that's quite handy. The power's doing quite well still. So I think I am just going to wait a couple of minutes for that to all catch up. Oh, I've got my Kovax process. So this takes 40 uranium 235 and 5 238 and gets you 41 235s. So the material will go into this box. That will then put it in the reactor. The reactor will then put it into this box, where it will then go into that box. Can I? No. Oh, I think I'm making them up here. Yeah, so is it going to be speed up 20%, efficiency, don't care about, productivity up 4%? So I think I want speed on this, don't I? Because this takes 60 seconds. So effectively, yeah, and not one more uranium 235 every 60 seconds. But if these are plus 30% speed, oh, I hate going backwards with percentages. You wouldn't think I'm an accountant in the real world, would you? Oh, this one doesn't have an output. Not entirely sure what went wrong on that one, but no, power's looking really good now. So solar takes over from steam during the day, which will really help my pollution. think that's probably a bit too much construction work to put down in one go, but the lubricants just need heavy oil. I'm going to give it a couple of minutes to get these defences line. Yeah, I'll get this defence line up to date first, and then I can decide what I'm going to do next. But looks like I need I need quite a lot more steam than I've got, to be honest now. I'll leave that for now, just because I don't want to try and do too many things at once and forget where I am. So when the sun's up, my power looks a lot more stable. You are already there. So it's already got 14 production, it's got another 31 spares. So 9 more cycles of this, and I can set a second one of these going. Just picking a fight there. So I need double the steam engines I've got. That's going to be a bit of a problem. Oops, I accidentally broke my power to these guys. So now this one should dump into this one, which should pass it round here into this one. And then any extra we find in here should still go into this one. And then eventually you can have like dozens of these going, but does that have a speed module too, or is that going to want a speed module too? Oh, I don't have any speed module 2s because they need blue chips. Can I make blue chips? They need sulfuric acid. But I can make them. Let's go find where my sulfuric acid is. It's here. So one blue chip needs 45 green and 5 red, which is quite a lot. No, it doesn't. It needs 20 and 2, which is still quite a lot. So this doesn't pass over enough of the dull green. So I still need to manually move that. It's something I forgot about. But I'm going to have to go move that tank manually. So you're waiting for red chips. Move the tank manually, then go and see what the red chips are doing. Well, it's sort of stuck in the wall. So I've reached the limits of what my water pipe can do. I was building these, so this has happened previously. So we just have to pop that in. Then they'll have power. I mean, these are running out of water, but they are still going at the moment. You're taking quite a lot there. Blue Science is having quite a lot of red chips, but then you're not getting any plastic. You're going to red chips, and you're going to red chips. And you're just not making enough gas. And that's because you're not actually plugged into anything. Yeah. So I built these, but I forgot to connect them up to any oil. But once that's sorted, that should hopefully double my gas and my plastic production, or at least significantly boost it. Then the sun's going down, So it's not the time to do any big construction processes. I'll save that till the morning. You're going. You pop everything into there. So yeah, so now I've got 2 of these going. Probably not full time, but at least there's 2 of them going. And then soon there'll be a 3rd and a 4th and a 5th, and I can finally switch on my nuclear reactors. Because they were about half power. Yeah, that's not too bad. I will need to put blue chips on the belt later, but for now, they'll be fine where they are. And it's day again, so my solar panels are doing super. So I've called that 2/5. Both my Kovax generators are going, so it's a good sign. And we've got. Oh. So we are going to give them a bit of a boost, just to make sure I'm getting every second I can out of them. So I've got 11 spares, so it's quite a while until I get on to needing another one, but That was one of my construction bots doing one of them. $17. So I need 41. Yeah, so as long as I don't do a big bot thing, then I've got plenty of steam engines. But as soon as my bots get into it, I start having power troubles. Big power troubles. $21 of 41? Not actually told these to build yet. And I want my blues to go into here, don't I? Alright, I think we can probably call it quits for today. Good evening, all.